Okay, today we're going to talk about indeterminate forms. So this is lesson 8.7. Remember that when we have limits like this and we get forms of 0 over 0 for a limit or infinity over infinity, those are indeterminate forms because they do not guarantee that a limit exists or tell you what the limit is. So if I took my -1 and I substituted in here, I'd get 2 minus 2 would be 0. And -1 plus 1 would be 0. So this one would be 0 over 0. It's definitely an indeterminate form. So if you think back, we did have a technique for that. What we did was we changed this to the limit as x goes to -1. And we factored this. So this was 2 times x minus 1, x plus 1 over x plus 1. And then the x plus 1's canceled out. Okay, and so we had the limit of this. And so we could plug in -1 here, and we'd get 2 times -1 minus 1, which came out to be -4. So the limit was -4. Okay, on this one, we couldn't do that because this is not factorable. And this might factor, but it doesn't have that to cancel out. So our alternative was to divide both the top and bottom by x squared. So essentially that's dividing the whole thing, the whole equation by 1. So we didn't change the value, but we ended up with, if I divide this by x squared, I get 3 minus 1 over x squared. And over here I get 2 plus 1 over x squared. Now, as x goes to infinity, this fraction right here, this number gets bigger, but the whole fraction gets smaller, so this goes to 0. This also goes to 0. So this ends up being 3 over 2. And so that was our limit. So that was two techniques we had for dealing with indeterminate forms.